My name is Edward Blagoji of blagojigh.com, and today I day here and I just want to pour my heart out concerning the recent game that took place in the Europa finals where Sevilla played against AS Roma. Now, to me, I think performance-wise, Sevilla and AS Roma played a fierce competition, and both teams, really deserved to play in this final. I think this final is the toughest final ever played in the history of Europa League or the Europa finals. But there was one thing that um, I felt it wasn't right in terms of the officiating during the final between Sevilla and AS Roma, and which Anthony Taylor was, to me, he was brandishing unnecessary yellow card, which to me it was really really uncalled for. Also, another thing that I also realized was during the match. I don't know what really happened, because if you guys really watched it, clearly you guys would attest to the fact that in terms of AS Roma scoring the first goal and also the own goal scored by Mancini for Sevilla, to me I feel Mourinho did his best, but I think at the end of the day, it happens in football in terms of, some petty mistakes from your defense and other stuffs like that. Yes. But another thing that I want to also touch on was the referee, which was Anthony Taylor. Charlie, guys, you guys can attest to the fact, if only you watched the match, you guys could attest to the fact that I don't know if, Anthony Taylor had issues with Jose Mourinho or something like that. Because, Jose Mourinho to me deserves to win this Europa final. As simple as ABCD. He deserved it, because to me, I feel Anthony Taylor was the one who brought the game to another. Like he changed the whole game in this final. Because I don't see the reason why you officiate a final match, and all of a sudden you allow certain things to pass just like that. Because in the second half, somewhere between the 75th minute to the 80th minute, you realize that AS Roma had a clear penalty. And it's not as if the penalty, you guys watch football, when they are crossing ball and other stuff like that, normally what you see is defense putting their hands at the back. And Fernando allowed his hand to be there, and all of a sudden the ball hit his hand. And are you people trying to tell me that the referee, Anthony Taylor, didn't see that? Even when it got to a point where the AS Roma player even dived in the 18-yard box of Sevilla, he showed the player yellow card. And the same implies to AS Roma 18-yard box, where the Moroccan player El Nasiri, or I stand to be corrected with the pronunciation of the name, at the end of the day, he just allowed that one to also pass just like that. So to me, I feel this was really really bad, and this was really really distasteful on the side of the Europa final, because this final, I think it was Jose Mourinho, because Jose Mourinho, was the first coach to win the the UEFA Conference League with AS Roma. And this was the first time for AS Roma to also chalk this success as the first team to win the Europa League final. Mourinho has done it with Manchester United. You get it? So at the end of the day, he gave Manchester United their first Europa trophy. So it tells you that he was really, really, and the funny thing, it was during the penalty taken. The last penalty by the Argentine guy from the Sevilla, I forgot his name. He took the penalty, and then the VAR checked, and then the VAR claimed that Rui Patricio, the Portuguese goalkeeper, he moved out of his box, and then they classified that, or they defined that as encroachment. How do you define that as an encroachment? When somebody, because you guys will recall Chelsea versus Dortmund, when how do we call it? When Havertz was going to play the penalty, he was allowed to retake the penalty, because at that time there were players, the Dortmund players, before he kicked the ball, the Dortmund player entered the post, and then it showed clearly that there were encroachment. So for a penalty taker, somebody would take a penalty and then he moved and then he saved the ball. You said it was VAR claiming to be an encroachment. I think this is sad in modern day football, and I was asking myself this question when I was this morning when I woke up. I asked myself that, so what if it was a Ghanaian born, based, British or England referee officiating such matches? By now, I think UEFA will ban the referee or something like that. Because looking at the performance displayed by these players and also these two teams, I mean, it was top notch. Sevilla has taken the UEFA. This will be their seventh time. AS Roma has never won it before, and it's not as if that I'm vouching for Mourinho to win or something, because I mean I feel like they deserve to win that particular match. Yesterday they deserve to win that match, and it's rather unfortunate that it happened this way. So guys, I mean I don't know what you guys think, or what your take is on this UEFA Conference League, the Europa finals. But to me, I think Anthony Taylor, I mean, destroyed. I mean, this final, for me, he destroyed this final, because this final, I think it was a Mourinho win. No wonder he had to give his medal to a fan, because I mean, this is, it's so despicable. I mean, it's so despicable, and I know, I mean, um, I don't know what is. I mean, I don't know what is in the mind of Mourinho in terms of the next season, whether he's going to continue to coach AS Roma or he's going to move to another team. So stick and stay. My name is Edward Blagochi, and this is my review.